Hello, people. I am Sylvie from New Zealand. I am French and I am living now over 8.5 years in New Zealand. And it is in New Zealand very difficult to find a job for me. I don't know, it is my age or my language or my nationality. In 2013, I started doing what I know as bookkeeping. So I did open a bookkeeping company first as a sole trader, and I just experiment that as a sole trader company. It is too much risk because your private asset are available if you are in debt or if you have problems. So I decided to move on a limited company, and I might market myself not so good, or I don't know. I don't have much customer. I work with an accountant. She sent me some work, and there are times where I do not have much work, and I could need more customer. But I'm not going out there and run behind people. So if they want me, they know who I am. I have a website online. I am a certified Xero user. I do as well a bookkeeping on MYOB as not a problem. Uh, as well on other account software, but it's just not enough to survive on it. So I decided after that I studied the market a bit around me, looking at videos, getting some information to jump in the drop shipping area. So I want to open a store and I did my research. So I find out that if you want to start something like this, you should start with the US. Being a French living in New Zealand and opening a business in the US, I did some research. I knew that Delaware is very good to do stuff like this, but I think Delaware is good for programmers, people working in the IT branches, because they have multiple possibility in Delaware. Delaware is a region in the USA where you do not pay much taxes, and there are two other region, and my choice was Wyoming. After I did some research and contact few people, and as well moved the idea to open that LLC because I do not want it to move on a sole trader company, because my private asset also when I do not have much, and I was searching something that does not cost me much money to start with. So I decided to move on an LLC, but opening an LLC myself would have been cheaper, but I might have done some mistake, and I thought I cannot have those mistakes, so I better take someone that knows what it is about and possibly is an attorney, a lawyer, or an accountant. Well, I find someone that is an accountant and an attorney, and two brothers working together. And for $149, I did open a LLC. Now, I know that some of the bank are asking an IN number to open an account, but you can as well open an account without a number. But if you want to drop ship and work with company in the US, because I want to represent something with animals, or my store is with animal stuff, and I can drop ship from China for some items, but some of the items I cannot. For example, I could, but I don't think it is a big market there because some of, for example, toys for kids are not well recognized in the US. Yes, for many stuff, maybe small part, a security problem, or maybe just what they use that can be poison or whatsoever. And the same for pet food or supplement. So I decided to take those US made for USA. And I am now on my way to find those dropshipper, and they ask as well for an IN number. if I want to close something with them. So now I am on my way to apply for an IN number with the IRD. Well, in New Zealand, we are like 1.5 days ahead from the US, and I have to wait because it was the weekend. I have to wait to call the IRS. But I did contact them per email, asking some information, but I still have to call them. I cannot apply for my IN number online because they ask me for an ITIN. And this ITIN I do not need if I speak with someone. I will be able to have my IN directly. So I prefer to call the people, and I will have to put that money on the side to uh, pay my phone call there and work it out with the IRS. So this is one part that I'm doing, and I will have my shop or two shops because I want to do my jewelry as well, which are designed and made in New Zealand and sell in the US. But I want to open a branch after that in New Zealand with the same company, and a branch in Germany and a branch in France. Well, in Germany, I don't think it will be a big problem because I still have my family there. I have my kids. So I have contact there. That's not a problem. I don't think so. That I can manage that somehow. But in France, I am French. I am a French citizen. I have a French passport. But French doesn't recognize me because I am now 56 years old, and I was just 3.5 years in my own country. So I'm not recognized as French person actually. A refugee will be recognized and has any kind of help that they can have. But myself, if I'm going back to my country, I will need to be 12 months before I get that little bit that get the refugees at the same time they come in France. So I am not racist, absolutely not. I like that my country help those people how they can. But I think they should as well look at their own people first. But never mind, it is a way where you can turn around. So I decided to open a company. I do not want to be an auto entrepreneur, which means a sole trader, because my asset. So I will move to an auto entrepreneur with a limited risk. So my private assets are protected. And later on, I will move in a SASU company, unless I have some associate, which I can move to an SAS, because there I can be paid and have all the social um, help that I can need or pay for it because I'm paying tax for that. Yes. Or I can choose to receive some dividend, but it's just one time in a year. So you have to have a lot of bunch of money to carry on all the year. But it is a way where you can be paid a part as an employee of the CSU and take the rest with dividend. So this I am seeing that in the future, not now. I want to go to that auto entrepreneur with limited risk. And well, to open a company in France, you have to have a domiciliation in France, an address. I don't. As long time I went out of France. I have an auntie and a cousin. My auntie just passed away in December last year, but my cousin is there. But we don't have any contact, and the little contact that we got was not good, so I'm not going back to them. I might have my school friend and so, but I don't want to buzz them with that story. So it is a way you can do a commercial domiciliation in a special office, and you can register your company. So you can register your company online through autoentrepreneur.fr in 5 minutes. And after that, you have to go to the legislative website and register your company. Then you are ready to go. And this is what I will do after New Year. I will have first to do this week, if it is possible, shortly before Christmas, the registration of my IN number. So I will keep you informed of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. if you are in a similar situation like me, French, living in a foreign country, English spoken, and you want to open a company in an American country or back in France, um, follow me, or in Germany, follow me, and you might get some information that could help you. So I am not a professional. I'm not giving advice. I just speak about my own experience. And I hope this will help you finding some solution for yourself. But if you have to take a decision, you better go to and speak with a professional, and they will give you the right advice. I might have done it like this, where you could have done it easier than me, okay? So always seek a professional advice. I'm just speaking about my own experience and how I did it. Okay, I see you later on a new video explaining you how I did to get a nine, and how I did to get an American bank account, and how I did to open an EIRL in France, and how I did to have a commercial domiciliation, which is an address where you can register your company in France. I will speak about this after New Year. So now we are at the end of the year. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you soon. Bye.